anywhere you would want your mates to be in real life.
We are your mates.
Hello, how's it going, everyone? I am Scott Hughes.
And I'm Jack Bingham.
And who are you?
I'm the manager.
Manager Lachlan, Rennie.
Manager Lachlan, Rennie. I did point to him, by the way. But we are your mates, and we're here hanging out with you.
Just bring us anywhere you'd want your mates to be. Exactly. That's where we are. We're in your phone, hopefully, maybe laptop. Take us where you'd want your mates to be. That's how it works. That's what we're here for.
That's what we do. Exactly right. We do have the manager here today. It's always a great time with the manager, doing all the managerial things. And actually, I might even utilise the fact check option with the manager today.
Oh.
Potentially. I'll see.
It's stressful.
I don't even know if you'll be able to look this up, but we'll try it. Yeah. So, Jacko, how have you been? What's been happening in your world
Yeah, lots.
recently?
Lots happening.
Yeah.
Had a thought,
Good.
which is pretty much what we do here.
Yes, we try and think.
We share some thoughts, and hopefully, I think this is one thing we've always said is that we're not here to change your life or necessarily. Actually, in some ways, maybe we are, but we're not here to we're not sticking to perfect facts, or we're not claiming to be scientific.
No, this
But
isn't a historical.
I think
podcast
no, not at all. But I think
or
the things
factual.
that you'll, I think the phrase you would have heard us say many times is thought provoking.
Yes.
Just challenging your mind a little bit.
Yes.
So that's what we've done. I've had a thought. I wrote it down.
Yep.
And I really hope to be kind of wrong in this statement, but it just doesn't seem like it is. So it's a two-parter.
Mm-hmm.
It's a two-parter, and I just want to know, why does it seem how come that things that are unhealthy seem to be so cheap and easy, and things that are healthy seem to be so expensive?
Yeah.
And as the second part, actually, no, we'll get to the second part later. But
Okay.
is there, I honestly just feel like all good fruits are expensive, and all the rubbish that you shouldn't eat usually is so cheap and easy.
Yeah.
If you can get it in a drive-through on your way to work, you basically shouldn't have it.
Yeah. I know.
Especially if
it's
it's
such a
$5
disappointment. Yeah. I know because, I mean, you've picked me. I'm a great food lover. I
You are.
love food. And
We actually went over the other night. We were at your house,
Oh,
and
yeah.
you read out to us your 25 favourite foods that you've written down.
I did.
wow.
I wrote down a list of my top 25 favourite foods, and we did play a quiz game about it. And
That is the excitement of our lives.
yeah, one day maybe I'll bring that to you guys as my mates.
I'd
our
like
mates.
that. I'd like that a lot.
But yeah, that is a great question.
And I'm not saying, I just want to clarify, I'm not saying that all healthy food is expensive, because it's not. But if it's cheap, it's usually not something that you would kind of crave, sometimes you just crave hot chips.
Yeah.
But you very rarely, I would say, carrots is a good example, because carrots are delicious.
Yeah.
And I love carrots in hummus kind of thing. That's a good, cheap, pretty healthy. But you never oh man, could just go some carrots.
Yeah, I know.
So that's what I'm trying to say, is all the things you love, but sometimes I'll be oh man, it's a hot day, love a mango. Oh, no worries, $6 each. I don't really know what mangoes cost, but that's what it feels like.
Yeah. So I'm going to have a go here.
Yeah.
Probably definitely going to be wrong, but I'm just going to give it a go.
Like we said.
Firstly, I feel like the things that are cheap are how you hear, actually, first I'll address the other thing. The things that we like the taste of, I feel like that has evolved basically because of vicious marketing.
Right.
So, people know that people can't help but be tempted by a Big Mac.
Yeah.
So they've gone into the research of what really excites our taste buds, therefore our brains, and then they've kind of disregarded the health aspects.
Yeah.
And dare I say, kind of disregarded the real purpose that we eat, which is to get energy. Yeah, nutrition and energy for our body.
Yeah, so I think what
it's just marketing
in a way to summarize what you're saying is if McDonald's started off as food health store.
Yeah, I didn't mean to highlight who it was.
Oh no, it's fine. No, because they're the big. I mean, let's be
example.
honest. we're not doing any discredit here by saying
No.
that they are a huge player in this.
I love Big Macs.
And
They were on the top 25 list.
And I'll tell you what, it's hard to go past the $10 24 nuggets.
Yeah. Oh,
Ridiculous.
I mean,
So no disrespect to McDonald's, but I think what you're saying is if McDonald's focus was healthy food, maybe things would be different because they'd be putting so much money into trying to convince us to get those carrot sticks. Is that what you think?
Yeah, well,
'Cause
I'm
that would
basically
prove
saying,
your point.
well, I'm saying that their focus is actually money. So they're basically what's going to make us sales, tasty food, and why, like, because tasty food does lots of good stuff for the brain or like whatever we want it.
Yeah.
We want it bad. So, and they've basically disregarded the health aspect.
Right.
Yeah. So
yeah.
okay. So that's my first part.
Okay.
Second thing is in regard to why is the processed food cheaper? Well, I mean, sorry, unhealthy food cheaper. What I was going to say is I think things that are highly processed are probably cheaper because they can do it at large scale really quick.
Mm.
So, and we kind of...
Probably last longer too.
Yeah, well, that's the
Preservatives
other thing.
and such.
Preservatives.
Things that aren't good make it last longer, which again, you can make more because they're not going to go bad if they don't sell.
That's right. And that's kind of, I guess, when you say bad foods, why they're always tastier and cheaper is because the bad foods are kind of like the high processed, high preservative foods, and we can mass produce those pretty quick. I guess that's why it's called high processed foods.
Yeah.
Because it's processed.
Do they call it that?
Well, processed foods is a
processed
thing.
foods.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, okay. I hear your
know.
point. No, that sounds good.
How's that for a couple straight off the
The
off
logic,
the old cranium?
The logic checks out, but I just think, I guess it's a bit of a shame.
Yeah,
If
it's a darn shame.
I guess whoever was in charge, which is maybe like probably our government, to be honest, really to look after the nation, I would say that they really should put like a some kind of like bad, some kind of against your star rating tax on it.
Yeah, okay, so like a tax.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like
So
that.
I'm saying like, it doesn't matter how many you produce, you're just not allowed to sell lollies that are just sugar for 50 cents.
Yeah.
Like you just,
You
it
gotta
has to
boost
equal
the
out
tax. Yeah, I like
some kind of
that.
equivalent to a healthy food. So it's like,
That's
you got the
good.
choice. You got $2. What do you want?
Because,
This or that.
there is lots of campaigning and always kind of effort put into what we can do to make our society more healthy. Like that's part of...
that's not on.
Oh, wow.
From the manager.
Claire,
Wow.
we're going to get you in for another episode. Not today.
Oh, maybe I should have just taken it.
Plug it into the...
What I was going to say is like I know that it is an issue on Australians' minds. It's like healthy food and stuff like that. That's why we have seen like a change in school canteens.
Yeah, see, that's great.
That's great, but I like what you're saying is that actually let's put a tax. Let's not make it so accessible.
Just on the real filthy stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Because it's just crazy.
And maybe that tax could actually be like a counterweight for healthy foods so that farmers... I don't know how this would work. I haven't thought through this economically.
I like this.
And maybe it won't work because the actual processing power is greater for healthier foods. Like there's more manual labour. But anyway, just hear me out while I don't think about that.
Yeah.
But maybe like the tax that we put on unhealthy foods can go as a, what's it called? Like a rebate.
Yeah.
For like healthier foods. So,
Or even simpler, just whatever that tax is, just throw that into the farmers, like just chuck it into them, just give it to them.
yeah, straight
Just
up.
so they've just got the resource just to do a bit more.
Yeah.
And I guess in hopefully that helps them bring the price down a little bit too. But it's just ridiculous that you can't just like, it's actually amazing.
We're kind of being encouraged. I mean, our society's probably unconsciously pushing us to be unhealthy, isn't it?
Definitely. And I love bad food. Like I really do.
Yeah.
And I hate to admit it, but I really love the things we mentioned earlier, those nuggets, things like Big Macs, and then just in general, like, chocolate, stuff like that. Big fan.
Yeah.
Big fan.
If
I
you're
wish.
into health food at all, I think you'd be highly disappointed with my top 25 list.
Absolutely. But like, I just wish that there's a part of me, this is where it all came from, is that I just wish that I wanted the stuff that was better for me.
Oh yeah.
You know, like what?
I think that about water in general. Like
Yeah.
I wish that I liked
crave
water,
some water. Ugh.
and I do crave it when I like them thirsty.
Yeah.
But like apart from that, I don't really crave it.
Mm.
So
And then I just want to say, I said it was a two-parter.
yeah.
The other one, hopefully, one of you two we can maybe do a bit of just like work this out.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to know, like, what's just a go-to, healthy but also cheap, like workplace lunch, where you've only got the ability to have like, so what I'm saying is you don't have like heaps of, you don't have an oven, you don't have tons of like really good like machinery, you know, you don't have a Thermomix, you don't have probably you don't have like a peeler.
Yep.
So it needs to be something you can throw together, chuck in a microwave or a fridge. What's like the go-to at work, cheap, healthy food combo?
Salad.
Is that cheap? Is
Well,
salad cheap?
If you do it right, yeah, that's what I do.
And
So
is that
just so
filling?
everyone knows.
Is that a satisfying?
Well, this is what I do, right?
Yeah.
So I just go like get the bags of baby spinach, go some cherry tomatoes. So there's no cutting involved in the cherry tomatoes.
Good.
I do go like cobs of corn, but you could buy corn like in a tin if you really wanted to. But I go cobs and just run a knife down it and just
Raw corn.
yeah, cut the corn off because it's really nice and sweet. So it really brings a nice sweetness to the salad.
Yeah.
Then I go pre-diced beetroot. That is out of a can. And I mean, this all sounds elaborate, but it's all easy stuff. Like you just
throw it
handful
together.
of bang, bang, bang. And then the last couple of things is feta. I'll go some Danish feta and just crumble a bit of that over. Bit of Danish, yeah. That's a
Danish
nice
feta is... Oh, no, wait. I'm thinking of Persian.
No.
That's the stuff.
Yeah, well, if you wanted to go for it, maybe Persians you go, but I'm just talking Danish at the moment. And then a couple of finishes is avocado, if we can afford it, or not if we want to splurge, is what I mean. So just go and I even just quarter the avocado in the morning, and then just put a quarter of it in, still with the skin on, because a quarter of an avocado is actually super easy to chop up with even just your fork.
Yeah.
Just go like cross hatch it, and you've got avocado bits. And then the final piece that brings the substance to it is I like to do like flavoured tunas. Just put I actually go double can. I don't know if that's good or not, but I go 2 like little cans of tin tunas, and that right there is one delicious salad.
That's good. See, that's a pretty good answer. And tuna, I think you've hit something good there.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that is healthy and also filling.
What's it called? The omega oils or something? Omega acid? Something like that.
Not going to pretend.
Omega 3.
Is that what it's got?
Omega 3.
I always talk about get a bit of omega 3 into you.
Yeah, well, anyway, I reckon that's good. That's hopefully there's some like listeners that have the same kind of debacle as myself.
Yeah.
And hopefully that basically you just described a salad. But I like a couple of features in there, like the corn.
Yeah.
Tuna is a really good one.
Yeah.
And the one I've seen around here as well is just like that kind of quick rice with a bit of tuna in that.
Yeah. I mean, sandwiches are a time old, aren't they?
Yeah, but see, not super healthy, like not real healthy.
Yeah,
Like pretty
I
good,
guess
but
you're
not
right.
heaps healthy.
Yeah, still carbs, isn't it?
Like, yeah, depends on your bread.
Maybe
I don't know.
wraps.
We could probably go
I
on.
did wraps for a while.
Yeah, wraps good. Wraps good.
But yeah,
Rye wrap.
a couple of options. All right.
So that's food talk.
Well, it kind of is, kind of isn't. I want to bring something around food as well.
Yes.
I
The
don't
food
think
episode, I'm
we've
gonna
got
call
heaps
this.
of time. We've got a little
Oh, we got
bit.
heaps of time.
But,
We got time.
but what I was going to say is on the weekend went to the cinemas with Clary, and one of our like favorite. I don't know what a pastime is. Don't know if that's the right thing.
Just like an old hobby.
Yeah, okay, I'll say it. It's a pastime.
Yeah.
Is to basically like sneak in like delicious food into the cinemas.
yeah.
So it's like gold class before it was gold class. Before it was a real thing.
Yeah.
You smuggle food in.
Mm.
And I guess that's the real crux of my question. I want to you've thrown me a question. I just want to throw you a question.
Yeah.
And because like around the whole like that night in particular, like I actually get quite nervous, like trying to smuggle food in. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
there's people eyeballing you off everywhere. You walk past the candy counter, they always like, "Do you want any food with that?" No. Meanwhile, you're holding like a bag of grilled burger and chips
Yeah.
behind your back,
Amazing.
ginger beer in your right hand as you're fumbling for the money to buy the tickets.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh no, we're good for food.
Nah, not hungry. Ate before we got here.
Not particularly. That's right. Not particularly hungry tonight. Sorry, ma'am. But yeah, really get that heightened sense of, I don't know if it's fear or it's not fear,
Bit of adrenaline.
but like adrenaline.
Bit of adrenaline, yeah.
Bit of nervous adrenaline
Yeah,
as you're trying to sneak past like the 14-year-old prepubescent
yeah,
grabbing your ticket off you,
yeah.
going into the cinema. And
So what's your question?
my question is it / illegal or highly frowned upon still to this day
Yeah,
to take food into the cinemas? Because I'd like to think that that's kind of slacked off. I feel like back in the day it was like pretty strict. Like I reckon I've been talked to when I was a teenager.
yeah.
Don't bring your KFC in here, mate.
Don't bring your dinner box in.
All right. Well, I'll say a couple.
But-
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah. Oh, that's it. These days, is it frown? Is it bad? Is
Yeah.
it not a goer?
Well, yeah. So I've had a couple of revelations recently because I feel the same. And I'm a big fan of just getting in whatever you need at the time. Just go and get it because, again, this actually goes back into the last topic, except somehow flipped where the cinemas think they're allowed to sell rubbish for heaps.
Yeah.
Like maybe
that's
$7
weird,
or
isn't it?
$8 for
Popcorn, jeepers.
yeah, like unbelievable price. So this is what I'll say. And this is the revelation that I had, and I did a full revolution, changed my mind with this revelation.
360 revelation.
I've never seen in a cinema a sign that says "Don't bring your own food."
It's true.
And just because they give you the option to buy food doesn't mean that they have exclusivity on food in general. So for starters, this is what I'll say: no one's told you not to. Go for your life until you've been told. I reckon it's free game.
Yeah.
And I know there's other situations where it says don't. You don't just because it doesn't say don't do it. Don't do it.
Yeah.
But it's a pretty clear like people know it's happening.
Yeah.
So if it was illegal, like, McDonald's playground, I don't know why McDonald's keeps coming up, but McDonald's playground, kids obviously climb on top of it. So they put a sign there saying don't climb on top of it.
Do not climb. Yeah.
Same thing. They know people bringing food in. If it was really allowed to be illegal, they'd definitely have a sign. As you're walking in, there'd be a sign on a little stand saying no third party food brought in. We don't, no good. So I would say that for starters, I reckon you fine from a legal standpoint.
Yeah. Okay.
And then this works with cinemas, but this is also a revelation that I've had with lots of things. And that is that it's very easy to forget that people working at places are the same like regular people that do everything else. And you see like a police officer in uniform and you think, oh, far out, this guy's out to get me. And then you meet your brother and brother-in-law, two brothers-in-law, and you go, police officers, same as everyone else. In fact, sometimes worse, especially in that case.
Yeah, well, not always in regards to the law, but definitely in regards to
And so what the point I was with an extreme example of police where really like they're fear-invoking people when they're in uniform. When they're not in uniform, same as everyone else.
They're probably trying to get away with as much as they can at the local cinemas. Actually, I can testify to the fact that we have run downstairs, got a family-size pack of pods for like $5 as opposed to the little 250 gram $7.50 pods. Yeah,
ridiculous.
Done that with the police officer.
So that's obviously like an extreme example, but at the same time, the kids working at there, they don't care. They want you to have what you want to have too.
Yeah, well, that's
only if there's a manager looking over their shoulder saying, "Don't you let anyone bring it in tonight."
Yeah.
Which again, I don't even think they are.
Yeah.
But those kids, they're like, they'll be stoked for you to bring it in.
Do whatever.
They're 15 years old. They're not going to be telling you no because they're the ones doing it on the weekend when they're going to see a movie as well.
Yeah, they're sneaking it in the Hoyts when
So,
they really are Reddings guys.
I'm giving you the thumbs up, green light.
All good to go. All systems a go.
Go for it. And I didn't think about until recently also the hot food thing. I've not actually done it. And I'm a huge fan.
movies?
I've never taken
Lockie,
hot
weigh
food.
in.
I've done dumplings in there.
See?
New Shangers.
love-
Shanghai.
And it was
love
gold class.
dumplings.
Wowza. So that's
I'm not
like,
against that either.
That's
at all,
like
by the way.
a real, almost like a like bar you.
Well, I just
I'm
imagine
going
you sitting
gold
there.
class.
You've got your little table and you're eating your dumplings, and they're like, "Would you like to order any food for the movie?" And you're like, "Nah." Just chowing down on some
Have you got any
pan-fried pork
soy?
dumplings.
Have you got any soy sauce?
I assume it's complimentary. But yeah, I reckon, especially if you're paying $30 for a gold class ticket,
Yeah.
you just take it out if you want.
You
You can take your own
run the
iPad with
place.
headphones and your own movie.
Wait,
if
they're
you
not
want to.
actually that expensive.
Really?
Gold class.
Yeah, they're only like $20 or $19 or something.
That's
Really?
pretty good.
Yeah.
Well,
I think-
really, they just want you to buy the food, don't they?
For all you
Yeah,
listeners
that's
out
where
there
you get the money.
that might not be from Australia or have a different system, gold class is effectively like a premium movie experience where you're in like big recliner chairs, but also you have like a food ordering option.
Mm.
They give you a menu and you can get food while you watch a movie.
Yeah, and I should say as well, I think outside of Newcastle, because, I mean, gold class exists, but where we're from is Newcastle, New South Wales, Australia. We had one cinema forever did $10 tickets.
Yeah.
Still does.
Yeah.
Or maybe they've just knocked them up to maybe 11 now. Because of that cinema, every other cinema that opened was forced basically
Yeah.
to do $10 tickets.
Yep.
And I know the same. So like, there's one basically across the road from that cinema. It's Hoyt's.
Yeah.
I'm going to just say names.
Yeah.
Reading's across the road. They opened up.
Yeah.
If you go to a Reading in Sydney,
Yeah.
you could pay $22 a ticket,
Yeah.
easy.
Yeah.
In Newcastle, it was always $10 or $11.
Yeah. And I think like when it first opened, it tried. No one went.
Yeah, definitely. I reckon you're right.
It came straight back down.
Yeah,
like,
and
a matter of weeks.
And
we're
then
back down to
everyone's done
11.
it. Everyone's opened up, and they just have to go. They're basically
Yeah.
forced to play to
$10.
kind of show their cards.
Yep.
And do at max like $12 tickets.
Yeah.
And Rhea and I were in Melbourne recently. And we went to go see a movie, and it was actually disgraceful. We were blown away. We were buying
Yeah,
tickets,
it's
just
horrendous.
regular tickets, like worse cinema than Newcastle.
Yeah.
And I think they were $25.
Oh.
I think that we bought a special deal with food, and it was like $60. 2 tickets plus a popcorn and
That's
drink
how
each or
much we
something.
spent in gold class up here.
Yeah, that's what I mean. And this was like,
With drinks and stuff.
yeah,
Drinks, not dumplings though.
No.
They were BYO
yeah.
dumplings.
we are blessed. Newcastle is blessed in cinema.
Yeah, I have heard that.
Yeah.
Beautiful. All right. So definitely
Green
like,
light.
pretty much green light. Definitely green light Newcastle. That's what I'm hearing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Very cool. Well, that's answered some of our questions, I feel.
If you are a cinema worker or any other kind of authority that likes to, tell people off for doing things that they don't have a sign for, let us know. Jack and Scott on Instagram, at Jack and Scott. Chuck us a message. Get involved in the conversation.
Yes.
We'd love it.
Jack and Scott on Instagram.
I think that's pretty much it.
That'll do us.
We've been great.